Billy Haynes once told me that you can get somebody to talk just by leaving them in a room full of items that look like they would cause a great deal of pain. I hope it works. Is he secured, Talia? Dr. Zahn asked. Yes, ma'am, I said as I shut the door behind me. Then you should get up to HQ. Billy is setting the roster for the next patrol. And don't forget that your little brother is over at the garden. You were supposed to pick him up on the way home. I know. I sure hope I didn't sound as annoyed as I felt. My name is Talia Rosa Hobart. I am little Stevie Hobart's big sister, daughter of Steve, and I can't remember a time when zombies did not exist.
No activity has been seen in the LeGrand Valley for 3 months,
Billy was saying as he stood at the head of the huge room in front of the heavily notated and hand-drawn map on the wall. And when did the wind turbines around Island City get yanked down? A voice from somewhere in front of me asked.
Best guess is within the last 2 weeks.
Billy did not hide his grimace of annoyance. Seriously, this was stuff that the rumor mill had been spitting out for the past 10 days. Why would anybody ask that question? The only person that stupid? So why have we waited this long to send a team down? Kayla Brockhouse asked as she stood up, probably so that people could see that stupid look on her face. And her boobs. She thought those were the answer to everything. I fought the urge to yank her back down into her chair by that curly blonde hair of hers that she grew out well beyond regulation. Just another example of how those stupid bumps on her chest acted like some sort of male brain damage inducer. Her squad leader apparently found his eyes unable to go high enough up her body to see that she had at least 3 inches past the collar. I wonder if zombies are that stupid.
Rah! Oh, you have boobs? Well, never mind then. I'll go eat somebody else. Something funny, Miss Hobart?
Billy's voice snapped me out of my daydream. No? Damn, that sounded like a question. He gave me a nasty glare, and I patted myself on the back for not sticking my tongue out. Billy had never been the same since losing Katrina. She'd been on a routine security patrol a few years ago. Her team had never returned. There had been some frantic searching that revealed nothing. Eventually, Billy disappeared. He returned almost a month later. Different. It did not take a genius to know what he'd found out there. Still, he never talked about it. Ever. At least not to anybody who might leak anything. I am pretty sure that he told Dr. Zahn. She would go to the grave with whatever it was he had said in those few days that he stayed in the doc's office.
As I was saying,
Billy gave me one more tight-lipped grimace and then continued.
The reason we have not gone down there is because ZH7 was in the area between us and them.
ZH7 wasn't the largest zombie herd, but it did number well over 500,000. You did not want that crossing between you and home if you could help it. Herds were really the only thing about zombies that anybody was concerned about these days. In fact, most times, if you passed a single or a small group, you just ignored it. It wasn't worth the time or the energy. The reality was that zombies were still very dangerous. You only went head-to-head with one if you absolutely had no choice. The logic was that you couldn't get bitten if you were not within range of their mouths. The hope that those things would fall over had long since vanished. Nobody could explain it. It defied biology, according to people who knew about that sort of thing.
The route is now clear, and we want to send a full field team down to observe only.
He really emphasized those last 3 words and practically shouted that last one. There was a ripple in the room. We seldom sent full field teams anymore. That was a relic from the days when you could still scavenge from abandoned homes and such. Those cupboards had been bare for a long time. If it wasn't already cleaned out, then it was well past its expiration date. Full field teams had a 6-person squad with a complete armament loadout, 2 scouts, and a medic. We almost never allowed a medical person to leave on a run these days. While the danger was slim, the mindset was that it was stupid to risk such a valuable resource like a medically trained individual. As it was, the first actual class had just graduated, swelling our number of trained medical persons from 5 to 8. Dr. Zahn had put together a program and was in charge of making sure the medics knew what they were doing.